What's good, YouTube fam? Welcome back to the channel. Pizzo Plays here with a new video, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm actually going to be doing a reaction video to the Thor Love and Thunder trailer that finally came out. I think they just set a record for how close they waited to the movie's release to drop this teaser trailer. It's not even an actual story trailer, it's a teaser trailer. Regardless, though, I am excited for the movie. We got Multiverse of Madness dropping in May. This is dropping in July, I believe, as well, so there's obviously a lot to look forward to. But let me know if you guys like this video by dropping a like, hitting that sub button and that notification bell so that you know when the next video goes live. And enough with all the talking, let's go ahead and get into the reaction. Is that Teen Thor?
His hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace.
Are you playing Stormbreaker?
I need to figure out
Probably not.
exactly who I am.
Oh Lord, I'm gonna have to mute this. Bro.
Live in the moment. My superheroing days are over.
Yeah, okay. Oh, is that New Asgard? Oh. I wonder where that is. Okay, I guess not. Wait, is that Zeus?
Remember what I told you. You ever
Okay,
feel
New
lost?
Asgard, King
Just look into
Valkyrie.
the eyes of the people that you love. Not me. What? Just listening.
Ooh, that looks really good. Wow. It's a short trailer, but I mean, me personally, I liked it. We saw a little bit of King Valkyrie. We saw a little bit of New Asgard, which apparently, according to Spiderman No Way Home, is in Turmoil. We'll see if that plays out in the movie. This is a teaser trailer, so I don't really expect much from this. They didn't even show Gorr the God Butcher, but we'll get into that in a little bit, I guess. First off, this movie marks the beginning of any Marvel MCU character to get a fourth film, although we do have a Captain America 4 coming, but that's a completely different Captain America now, so I don't think that really counts. But anyways, I mean, this has to be a new character arc for Thor. You know, he's dealing with Odin's death. He's dealing with Frigga's death as well, his mom, Hela even. You know, he just found out he had a sister and then had to kill her on top of that. And then Loki, most importantly, Loki. Obviously, you know, he was mourning over his brother's death in the beginning of Infinity War. And it'll be interesting to see if he actually makes a cameo. I mean, maybe it's the original version of himself, like the MCU universe version of himself, or maybe it's just an alternate version. Bottom line, though, he has no clue that Loki's still alive in the TVA. Now, we saw Peter Quill in the Guardians of the Galaxy for that funny moment that him and Thor had, but I don't think that they are going to be in the movie long. I think they just exist as a connective tissue from the end of Endgame all the way up to the beginning of this movie, which is why you see the beginning of that Fat Thor training montage, which Fat Thor is just hilarious. Inherently hilarious. But I think before the Guardians leave Thor and Korg at whatever planet they left them at, their cameo in the movie is just going to serve as like a setup for their own movie whenever it comes time. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to drop in 2023. So speaking of movies that are dropping soon, we actually have Multiverse of Madness, which is releasing on May 9th. I'm thinking this might have something to do with the movie. You add that with the fact that they waited so long to drop this trailer, and I'm starting to wonder if Multiverse of Madness is actually going to play a role in this movie. And I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm. Doctor Strange was in Thor Ragnarok, and there's also been rumors that Jane Foster's Mighty Thor might make a cameo in the Multiverse of Madness, so who knows. Now in Spider-Man No Way Home, there was an Easter egg in a newspaper article that kind of hinted at the political turmoil in Asgard, but aside from that, we really can't say too much because there's not enough information aside from that, so we'll have to wait till the movie to see how much of a role that actually plays in the movie. Also, we saw like the back of Zeus, which I honestly wasn't expecting to see at all, at least in this first trailer, but it's going to be played by Russel Crowe, and I would imagine that, you know, he's probably not going to last long. If you know anything about Gorr the God Butcher, this doesn't even need to be said. You just read his name. One question that I have now that Zeus has been confirmed, does that also mean that Hercules exists? I mean, over the past few years in the comics, I mean, Hercules has been a part of the Avengers as well, so I wonder if maybe there'll be like a tease or something at the end of the movie. Who knows? Another thing I found interesting is that they held back on Gorr the God Butcher. I mean, you get many people's favorite Batman himself, Christian Bale, to play Gorr the God Butcher. I figured you would use his face and name as as much as you can. But maybe they're just waiting for more of a story heavy trailer, just because the whole premise of the movie, honestly, is that Gorr the God Butcher is going around killing gods. And that also brings me to my next question. I wonder how comics accurate this is going to be, right? Like, how much of his backstory are they going to include? Basically, in the comics, to kind of sum it up in a really quick sentence, Gorr's pissed at the gods because his family died and the gods could have intervened. So I wonder, instead of his family being murdered, maybe it'll tie into one of the snaps. Maybe Iron Man's snap that brought half the universe back ended up leading to his family being killed. And maybe he blames Thor for being part of the reason that half the universe came back. Who knows? Or maybe he just decided to follow in another person's god-killing footsteps, which brings me to my next question. Are they going to give Gorr the all-black Necro sword? I mean, there is a connection in the movies that would link back to the comic book source material, because even in the comics, the all-black Necro sword is actually the weapon that was used to decapitate Nowhere, which is where the Collector decided to set up shop in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Now, if they decide to do this, it can get a little bit tricky, just because technically all black is the first symbiote and was created by Knull. Now, Knull is the eldritch god of darkness, but better known in the streets as King in Black. Now, the King in Black rules over all symbiotes, and apparently, according to the Venom 2 post-credit scene, symbiotes have a presence in multiple universes. But what makes this a little bit of a far stretch is the fact that Knull and the whole symbiote concept technically belongs to Sony. Now, with the way that the Spider-Verse is heading, for better or worse, however you feel about it, at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, we did see that Venom was in the universe for a split second. I thought that was a weak-ass cameo, but that's neither here nor there. Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock actually left a bit of the symbiote in that universe. Maybe they can use that as a means of establishing Knull's foothold in the MCU universe and establish Knull as an overall just multiversal threat. Now, he doesn't have to be the big bad for any Avengers movies or anything like that, but you have multiple multiverse threats, right? You got Dormammu, you can have Knull, Kang the Conqueror, and the list could go on, honestly. I mean, we've only had certain characters established so far, but let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What did you think of the trailer? Are you excited about the movie? Do you think that Multiverse of Madness is going to tie into this movie somehow? And what's your theory on how the MCU is going to move forward from here? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.